What's up, guys? I guess good morning, depending on whether or when you're seeing this. But this is your typical Alien Space Savers 3/8 socket organizer. It, I do believe, holds your standard 8 to 19 millimeter, 13 pieces times 2, so it holds 26 sockets. Really simple design, as you all see. These little tabs here, when you push your socket down on, it'll kind of just sit on them like that. If you want to lock your socket in, push it down like that, and believe me, they won't go nowhere. You can't do that with a regular socket holder. As you see, it just wouldn't work. It would fly right off. Big flimsy plastic trays, you try lifting them out to clean your box when they're full of sockets and they just crack and break in half. Here nor there, full disclosure, I'm going to hop right into it and show you what I'm going to do and what I think while I'm doing it. 3/8 I wanted to use just to get rid of this new icon set tray that I have and this old Blue Point twist socket, turbo socket tray. Two of the trays that I have to get rid of yet in the top drawer, as well as my triple squares over here. But for now, we're just going to kind of dive right in. This is the part of the completely customizable, if you would, that I like about them. You just kind of slide them whatever way you need to adjust your sockets in there, depending on size. Does it hold your standard 8 to 19 millimeter? Most certainly does. In the roll cart, if you like and subscribe and follow, stay tuned for more, dig down below in the videos. You'll see in the roll cart, I do have one of these with 8, I think, to 19 and 21 and 24 in the end. But yeah, you can add whatever you need. You can take away what you need, whatever. You guys have seen it in my other videos. We're here now and doing this, so I guess just follow along. Shouldn't need anything much bigger than that, honestly. We'll get slightly bigger as we go up here, but not much. Yeah, so you kind of adjust them however you may need, or see fit, whichever. Mine would be from right to left. It's kind of back asswards, but whatever. And this situation here, especially for these smaller sockets, is really where your end rail links come into play. It just so happens, oh shit, that one flew back here. It just so happens I have 2 left. But if you look real close there's that plastic back on the other side there. Don't mind my nails, they get disgusting. They're not real long at all, but as soon as the dirt gets under them, you can see them. Ugh, I hate it. But anywho, you see it's got the little back in here. It'd sit right on your post like that. I didn't leave quite enough room on mine, so I'm just gonna slide them all down a cunt here. Perfect. I'll go ahead and snap them on here. 1, 2. Let's get on there. Just like that. Now mine aren't all the way flush because socket organizer's right there, but you get the idea. Even if it was, it's still a little less than flush because of that small plastic backing in there. Right up against the edge of your box, it leaves you like 3/8 of an inch of space, so that way your first socket's not tight up against the box. As you see back here in the 1/2 inch, I have them as well, right here in the 3/8. Mike, I'm sure you'll see this. Big shout out. Those are an awesome addition. I will be buying plenty of them just for myself to cover the ends of my rails, just because that's my personal preference. And we were playing with these, Mike. These are really, really awesome. You guys watching this that don't know, whether you do or don't, this locks your socket rails together front to back just like such. So you could have 1/2 inch, 3/8 and 1/4. Throw 2 of these in between each rail and they're all linked together as one kind of solid rail. No, that don't mean you can lift them all out like that, but in the event of your box going shut, and mine's slightly tilted downhill still. So once it goes shut, you do hear them sockets rattle in the Hanson Global rails, but not your Alien Space Savers. That's just another, I guess, plus about that. If you're maybe in a roll cart, moving around a big shop, my shop's not big, it's very tiny actually, so I don't have to worry about it, but they are still neat, and I'm definitely going to invest in more of these. But if you're rolling around a big shop, going to and from in a cart, that might be your best friend right there for keeping your socket rails exactly where they need to be and not vibrating around, or maybe you have loose sockets vibrating around. Yeah, no, these rails are awesome. They're really solid. They hold a lot of weight in the event that you do have to lift them up. I mean, you've seen in my other video with the 20 to 25 or 22 to 27 millimeter 1/2 inch sockets on the rail. There was a lot of flexibility where if I'd have did that with this plastic Hanson Global tray, it most definitely would have snapped right in half. And it skips 26, which bugged me, because then I had a set of loose sockets just laying around in the box, and that caused everything to have its own loose set of sockets. But here nor there, that's taken care of in a 1/2 inch section. Astro super low profile. The only reason they're not on Alien Space Savers is because when I got them, they came on this really decent little I think it's aluminum socket rail, and the way they are on there just so conveniently helps that 10 all the way to 24 millimeter, they line up perfectly. Even if I don't know where my sockets are, I can always just peer down here at the Astro and, oh, there's 24, so I know where I'm at. But here nor there, down to the 3/8, we're gonna jump into it like such, guys, and just I guess just stay tuned. Alright, sorry about the camera being half knocked over, but as I said, we're just going to dive right into it. This might get a little difficult trying to read my twist sockets, but I do believe we won't have much of a problem with that. You don't really need to know a size on them because there's typically not an exact size, as once you grab these, you're grabbing them for a reason. Typically, I won't push my sockets down. I do in a roll cart, but in this rail, not really. I did on this cart, or this box, should I say. Not really, because this box doesn't move far, and if it does, it's just left or right, and in and out. But honestly, I'll probably end up pushing down. You hear them locking in place. Some of them, they do get a little stiffer than others. But you do that a couple times, it does loosen them up some. Not enough that obviously they're going to be falling off of the rail, but it does loosen them up some. And in this event here, can go right in front of them like such with my 4 to 18 triple squares. It looks funny icon. Pick up my socket and it's just upside down. I mean, I guess Snap-on's primarily the same way, but whatever. Oh, we missed one. These sockets are really greasy. I haven't got a chance to use these yet. They're like 3 days old. Gonna have a little bit of room for this case to get it cleaned up, or tray, however you would. Once again, I can start with my 6, 8, and throw my 10 in there. And look, I have room to grow with one more stub down here, which I think this one's 1/2 inch as well. Yeah, I don't like that the bottom 3 in the triple square set are 3/8, and then the last 4 1/2 inch. That's pretty stupid, but whatever. I mean, for torque specifications, I could see why, but I don't know. That's what I think. They should all be 1/2 inch. Just like, why have a 1/2 inch 10 millimeter, even though it's been useful as all get out? They would be useful if they were all 1/2 inch like the other 4, but here nor there, it doesn't matter. We're past that. Just like the trays. You guys seen it. There it is. So guys, I got my 1/2 inch 10 27 millimeter deep and shallow. In the middle here, kind of just my oddball Astro super low profile sockets with, now these are the 1/2 inch, that's why they're in here. They have the 22 millimeter outside hex, which is why I bought the fancy 22 millimeter angle wrench. And I now have a second 22 millimeter socket as well, but that's besides the point. Hopping right down into my 3/8 turbo sockets. That's 10 to 19 millimeter with the exception of a few standards. Right below them would be my icon 4 to 18, the triple squares. They're all 3/8 drive, which I really like that. And then my Snap-on triple squares, 6, 8, and 10, because, well, as we just discussed, sadly they're not 1/2 inch, so they have to be there. Which I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do about placing my 4 1/2 inch triple squares somewhere in here, but I'd like them real close to the end of this rail so they kind of line up. But here nor there, stay tuned for the next, guys. If you like this video, feel free to like, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, whatever. But stay tuned and dig below in our channel for some more cool stuff. We have lots of Alien Space Saver videos to check out, and there is more coming. Stay tuned for the wrench drawer update. Peace.